Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the NJ Podcast. This podcast aims to share stories, tips, and insights about achieving success while having fun. From topics ranging from personal development to business, entertainment, and sports, the podcast will have conversations with experts and people in their respective fields. The podcast will also share insights from Jablo James's published and upcoming books. The tagline, which is the theme of the podcast, is "Success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal." This means that you are doing what you have always wanted to do because it is aligned with your highest values, and this is the only way you can live a truly fulfilled life. Your host, Jablo James.
Today, I want to talk to you today because we have a leadership deficit in our country and we have a leadership deficit in our world. Petrol prices are up, electricity is down, our politicians seem to be failing us on every conceivable level, and yes, I am a South African, deeply proud. And when I observe what's going on politically, when I observe what's going on in organizations where people sacrifice their followers so that they may gain, I'm starting to think about the concept of leaders, and that leaders are the ones who need to set new standards and higher standards and redefining the meaning of what success really is, because the chokehold of any organization, the chokehold of any family, the chokehold of any organization is the leadership development of the leaders. And we need leaders in this dire times that we seem to be facing right now. And as the great John C. Maxwell once said, a leader is the one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. What this quote means to me is that it encapsulates the true essence of leadership, and it's the ability not only to envision a better future, but also to inspire others to join you on that path. Now, in today's ever-changing world, we face challenges that require a lot of great solutions, innovative solutions, and a new approach to leadership. It is no longer enough for leaders to maintain the status quo. Instead, they must pave the way for a brighter tomorrow by setting new benchmarks in all of your respective fields. Leadership is about having the courage to make bold decisions, to take calculated risks, and embrace the change. Nelson Mandela once said, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear." Now, as leaders, we must face our fears and rise above them to create a world that reflects our highest aspirations. This world is hungry for leaders who are not only proficient in what they're doing, but also possess a strong moral compass. Leaders who embody empathy, integrity, and passion. These qualities, when combined with a relentless pursuit of excellence, creates a new standard for leadership that will elevate society to new heights. As Mahatma Gandhi said, "Be the change that you wish to see in the world." We must embrace the responsibility of leading by example, demonstrating that ethical behavior and steadfast determination can coexist. In doing so, we will inspire others to follow suit and create a ripple effect of positive change. Now, it's all nice to wax lyrical as to what leadership should be and the ideals of setting new standards, but how can we become the trailblazing leaders who set the new standards? First, from my view, we need to have a growth mindset. Carol Dweck is a renowned psychologist and said, "In a growth mindset, people believe their most basic abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Brains and talent are just the starting point." If we embrace the idea that we can always learn, adapt, and improve, we will be much better set up for success as leaders. Secondly, I believe that people should practice servant leadership. You and I should practice servant leadership. Robert K. Greenleaf, who is the founder of the servant leadership movement, described servant leadership as the servant leader is servant first. It begins with the natural feeling that one wants to serve first. Now, by us prioritizing the needs of others and empowering our teams to succeed, we demonstrate a level of leadership that sets new standards. Thirdly, I believe that we can embrace diversity and inclusion. As Maya Angelou said, in diversity there is beauty and there is strength. By fostering environments that values different perspectives, backgrounds, and ideas, we create a fertile ground for innovation and progress. And lastly, let us never forget the importance of self-reflection and personal growth. The legendary Socrates once declared, "An unexamined life is not worth living." I like that. An unexamined life is not worth living. We need to make time for introspection. We need to make time to evaluate our strengths and our weaknesses and continuously strive for self-improvement. We as leaders have the power to change the world. Together, we can raise the bar and set a new standard for leadership that future generations can aspire to. Instead of being the ones who complain that there is a lack of leadership, instead of being the ones that complain that things are not going the way they should be, instead of being the ones that complain of all the leadership deficits, we can be the ones that step up. We are the change that we are seeking. In the words of the indomitable Winston Churchill, he said, "Success is not final and failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." May we all have the courage to forge ahead, undeterred by challenges, and create a brighter future for all. Let us step out in leadership.
Thank you for joining us on this episode on the NJ Podcast. Make sure to visit the website, the njpodcast.captivateair.fm, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Stitcher, all the other podcast platforms, or via RSS so you never miss a show. You can also find the video content on the YouTube channel and Instagram page. That will be Njablo James on YouTube and njablo.j.ngosi for Instagram. Please subscribe and follow on those platforms as well. And while you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on the podcast platforms, or if you'd like to tell a friend about the show, that will help us out too. If you'd like more information about published or upcoming books, visit www.njablojames.com for more information. Please reach out if you'd like to share what you would like to hear and which guests should be invited to the show. And remember, success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal, which means that you are doing what you have always wanted to do because it is aligned with your highest values, and this is the only way you can live a truly fulfilled life. Now just chill until the next episode.